Okay, so I always say it, but you never know what you're gonna like until you try it yourself. A big example of this is going to be clothing. There are so many clothes in my wardrobe that I used to hate when people would wear. Now I know I am not the only person who thinks this, but I'm a really big hater when it comes to clothes. When I see something that I don't like, I tell myself that I'm never gonna wear something like that. But in a few months or even in a few years, I find myself wearing that same exact piece. So today I'm going to be going over all the clothes that I used to hate, but now I grew love for them and now I'm wearing them quite often. So the first thing that I used to hate was boots. And now currently I have two pairs of boots, which are going to be these Chelsea boots and these President boots. But pretty much what I'm trying to get at is that me personally, I just thought that just because I thought boots would not look good for myself, I never thought I was going to wear boots. Now, of course, at the time I was a lot younger, which it does kind of make sense because if you're a teen and you're on the younger side, you don't really see yourself wearing boots or anything more dressed up. So I thought to myself, there is zero chance I'm ever going to be wearing something like boots, but here I am. I'm a really big fan of them. I love them. Anyways, the next example of things that I used to hate were going to be rings. I personally thought that whenever I seen anybody wearing rings, I thought they were trying too hard. I thought it didn't look good. But here I am. I'm wearing some rings right now. Now, I do have to say that I don't really wear rings too often. Not because I don't like them, just because I always forget that I have rings. But every time I do put them on, I love how they look on me. Whenever I see other people wearing them, I think it just looks so clean. It definitely gives your outfits a different kind of edge that you don't really see too often. And for that reason, I have definitely fell in love with them because, yeah, when I was younger, I just thought whoever was wearing them was trying too hard to look good. I thought they were doing too much, but now, here I am. Now, me personally, I will say that I only like 2 or 3 rings in one outfit. Anything more, in my opinion, just doesn't really look that good. But as long as you keep it minimal, I think it does look good. Alright, the third thing that I used to hate was just dressed up clothing in general. Now, that's kind of what I said earlier. Before, I used to hate dressing up because all I would wear was streetwear and casual clothes. So stuff like flannels, normal t-shirts, hoodies, anything like that. I never saw myself dressing up. Now, I would say about 70% of my wardrobe is a bit more of a dapper look. Especially recently, that's all I kind of been wearing. That's exactly where I have stuff like boots. And also, the place where I have been getting clothes like that is going to be from today's video sponsor, Express. Now, I have worked with Express in the past. I definitely got to say that I love working with them because I'm a really big fan of their clothes. So, they were kind enough to send over some pieces. Now, let me show you exactly what I got from Express. So that way you can have a good idea of what I mean by a little bit more dapper clothing, because again, it is nice to switch it up from the normal casual streetwear outfits, especially if you're on the younger side. If you want to be taken a little bit more seriously, these a little bit more high-end dapper pieces are going to do the trick for that. For example, literally the polo I'm wearing right now, I used to never wear polos in the past, but now I wear them quite often. This polo is from Express. It's one of the pieces that I was sent over, as well as a white button down, a linen shirt, which is going to be perfect for the spring. I'm very excited about that. Chinos, I have been talking about chinos for a while now. Chinos are definitely my favorite alternative from jeans because denim, it gets boring, it gets really hot, especially in this season, so chinos are going to be a good option. But don't get me wrong, I still love a pair of jeans. I picked one up from Express as well. All the clothes that I'm showing you right now, I'm telling you, Express has some of my favorite pieces, especially the recent ones that I picked up. For example, this green polo that I was wearing throughout the video. This one is going to be one of my favorite polos. I love the little zipper detail. It's something that you don't really see too often. And I love the color so much. This green color is perfect for the spring in my opinion, especially paired with a pair of black chinos. Again, these are going to be from Express. They are the perfect fit. I have been really liking the more dressed up, more dapper look. And I think chinos are a perfect option for that. However, if you're not into chinos, it's all good. I totally understand. Jeans are also going to be a perfect option. However, I really recommend a more stretchy pair of jeans, and these ones from Express are going to be exactly that. But of course, sometimes it can be too hot for that, and that's why you need a good pair of swimming trunks. These you can wear casually, or you can wear them to the beach. In fact, I actually already wore these to the beach, and they were perfect. They were comfortable, they fit nice, and I love the design of the shorts. Express is my go-to store when it comes to these a little bit more dapper pieces. So I'm going to leave the link in the description for you to check them out. So that way you can pick up the same pieces that I'm wearing right now, as well as some other ones that you might like, because I could scroll through Express and name a bunch of things that I would want personally. Alright, the next thing that I used to hate wearing, but now I grew very fond of, is going to be some baseball hats. Now, I still can't wear dad hats just because I do not like the way that they look on me, but who knows, I'm saying that right now, but maybe 1 or 2 years or way longer, I'm going to start wearing them, but for right now, I'm still not a fan of those. The ones that I am a fan of are going to be fitted hats. These are also a really big trend right now. Most people are getting these fitted hats, curving the brim. That's exactly what I do. And again, it's something that I used to not like in the past. I hated the way hats looked on me, but here I am. Now I have a whole collection of hats, so I definitely became a really big fan of them. Alright, the next thing is going to be dad shoes. Again, I was very skeptical just because before that, I wasn't a big fan of dad shoes. But now here I am. They're some of my go-to shoes. They're some of my most worn shoes actually. So you can tell I'm definitely a big fan of those. The next thing is going to be oversized clothing. When this first started becoming a trend, I was not a fan of oversized clothing. I thought fitted clothing was the only thing that would look good on me. But again, I have changed my mind. A lot of my pieces in my wardrobe are oversized. Now, whether it be oversized hoodies, sweatshirts, even normal t-shirts, or even some more baggier pants. Now, like I said, I was a big hater at first, but now, once I tried it out myself, I became a fan. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is something that I talked about in my previous video, and that is going to be wife beaters. Now again, when I first seen these, I was a big hater of them. I did not like them at all, but I definitely switched my mind when I tried it out for the first time. Now, I will say that I cannot wear wife beaters by themselves. I do have to layer something over it, whether it be a jacket on top or even just a button-down shirt over it. But like I said, now that I've tried it out myself, I can definitely say that I have been a really big fan of them recently. And one thing that I like about this trend, because trends can get really expensive. These are a really big trend, but those can go from anywhere between $300 to $500, $600. It's insane. This style trend, the wife beaters, you can literally pick them up for like $20. That is definitely a good trend that I stand by because it's affordable, it's cheap, and it looks really good in my opinion, as long as you try it out for yourself and you do like it. Now, of course, when I talk about trends, I always try to mention one thing, and that is going to be, if you do not like a trend, do not force yourself to wear it just because. You should only wear stuff that makes you feel confident and whatever feels like makes you look your best. I'm a really big believer of that. So anything that I mentioned in this video, just try it. Like I said, you're never gonna know what you don't like until you try it for yourself. Try it out, see if you like it. If you don't, then it's fine. You do not have to force yourself to wear anything. But if you do like it, then there you go. You tried something new. It's always good to switch up your style. I personally am a big believer of that. Having the same repetitive style gets very boring very quickly. So it's always good to mix it up and to try new things. But that's pretty much it for today's video. So I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, make sure to leave a like. I'd really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed already, in this channel, I simplify men's fashion. So I'll leave a button for you to do that right here. And if you want to see more videos, here are a few that I think can really help you out. But anyways, other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.